Alright, so as I had some issues with the new RTX 3090 Kingpin, and also I did some preliminary testing with the Z590 Dark. Now I really want to I want to make a reattempt on the 3770K now with the things I learned after my previous session. So now I know the very reason of bad like efficiency and performance and so on. So I really want to take down the top score right now and see if we could smash at least the 32 AM and also Pi fast. So now I will just get going and we'll see what happens. So now I'm using F1 Dark instead of F1 Dark instead of the new T-Rex, because the socket area is quite small, so I'm not like fully confident it's sitting there with a very good contact with the T-Rex. So it's best to just use a certain container like the F1 Dark, as we only need one core anyways. So we done the utmost best container for this purpose. But yeah, so now I will just get going and I will get back to you in the actual BIOS with the capture card. Alright, so I think the CPU should have like a cold boot bug at around -140, at least without the settings. It was somewhere around the mark. So I actually made some profiles for me where to continue on. So I think this CPU can actually do MEMS up to 2800, but anyway, so 2700-ish. So what we will do is we will need, as the maximum multiplier is 63, we need, I think it was 113. I think this was the max in the operating system. So we need like 110 and 5.8. So that would actually result in relatively high memory frequency already, and we cannot use this high, or we need cold on the memory, and I don't want to use any cold on the memory before we have solidified at least one record score or one top score with the CPU, or the memory is just on air. So I'm sure you get the idea. So we will back down to 2640 for this. Should be good enough. Memory 188. We need like we do need the extreme overvoltage. We need 812. I think it's best to be safe with these kits. This kit can do TRCD of 11 at up to 2666, I think, but these sub timings should be pretty much all right. I will leave the RTL auto for starters now. I think this should work. We do need the write cache latency of 6 is the most important value. If it's left at 8, which is common, if these are auto, the performance will be bad. So that was actually the main reason of my bad performance in the previous run. And this CPU likes CPU PLL of 1.93. I think that can be alright. Yeah, currently at -70 something on the CPU container, and memory is just I want to keep the memories like something like 20 degrees Celsius. The new box container for memory is actually very good, but it's very heavy. It actually takes quite a bit of LN2 to get to max temp, but it can easily hold the temperature, which is a good thing. -80 now, and I will just wait for the temperatures and we will get to the operating system. I will make a profile, so LN2 30, let's go. Save. And alright, yeah, so we need only the first core. We need this for slow mode. We can disable virtualization and execute disable bit. We need these two for performance. PCH, SATA, IDE, onboard devices, disable, yeah. And voltage we want to ignore VCO, or it will start to moan. -90 something. F1 Dark is pretty slow when it comes to the initial pull down. So now when we reach OS, we will just move the multiplier to 63, increase this to 112, 113, and we should be good to go. So what will the mem be? Yeah, we need to take into account the memory at the max BCLK. So I might actually change memory voltage to 1.9 just in case. 110 now. When we get to 120 range, I will save and exit and let's go. Okay, and after a lot of failures, I switched to my very original CPU container. So this is the original SF3D Inflection Point made by SF3D and hwbot. So this is actually modified for direct tie, and I somewhat managed to mount the pot onto the 3770K. For some reason there are so bad thermal-based cracking issues somewhere around -170, -180, -160, somewhere around the park. It didn't happen before. During this session I've had maybe the worst luck ever when it comes to thermal-based cracking. So this is kind of my last option when it comes to getting the 3770K to full pot. So yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed now that I can get the full pot and run some 32M. The CPU can do 6.8 pi fast and so on at just like -160, -155, -160. So it's very good. Running full pot. Error. .34. .3. .25. $7,068. Too much. 10.16. Point 17. Okay, my first ever sub 4 minute 40 second run with 3770K, so closing in on the world record. Memories will decide. So I'm probably, I think I'm getting close to the maximum of the CPU. So 7.1. So 7.120 again. On the CPU, 4 minutes 39.516, 1.3 seconds away from the top score made by Andre Yang. So will be very interesting. Direct die CPU pot is working absolutely fantastic. Had some memory errors somewhere around 2600 something. So this will be very tight with just air-cooled MEMS. 7150 something. Memory is my limit. Capture. So now I need to take 7135. Will it crash or yeah, so now let's run. And that's it. Yeah. So I think we crashed, but that's the top score in Superpower 32M with the 3770K. 4 minutes, 36.5 seconds, spot on. CPU at 7130.67. MEMS at close to 2500 MHz with 69628 command rate 1 timings. Maximus 5 extreme, 0022 bars. Memory is running on LN2 at around -110. CPU, well, full pot with the direct die SF3D container. So damn happy. And it's absolutely great that I have the capture card to save all this footage for you guys. So closing in, 10.09, 10.02 is the top score. Let's try to make a very quick save. Okay. 620.5. It's very hard to say, is it MEM or CPU? Huh. Yeah, looks pretty frosty over there. So close on PyFast. Now I want to try Patriot Prime 32 as my last resort before I quit or end this whole session. But so far, damn happy with the 32M. It's the most important score with the 3770K. It has been chased by the top guys in the world at the time and sponsored by huge companies, so just saying. So let's see. So Patriot Prime 32. 3.422. Three 620.5. .649. So let's go up incrementally. Minus 170 at the moment. Three 546. Increase the vehicle a little bit. Now we need to hit full pot. So full pot. Three 515. It's 342. 1.8. Six 30. Already at 6630. So 6630. Let's hope so. Three 468. I might save this or no. Six 42 48. 3468 still. So 3468 at 6655. Asus. No OC key, as we discussed earlier. Need the correct firmware, which is not available on the internet. 6673. This will be tight. This will be very, very tight. Oh. Okay, and that's pretty much it. A lot of effort for just one top score, but it was definitely worth it. I was so sad that I didn't get the SuperPi 32M top score with the 3770K during my last session, as my performance was very, very bad. But now, as I revisited the whole benchmark with a lot more knowledge, and especially with cold memories, I was able to take down the top score in SuperPi 32M. So 4 minutes 36.5 seconds, so around 1.7 to 1.8 seconds faster than the previous top score made by Andre Yang. It's a huge result, as Asus and other vendors were putting a lot of money and effort at the time to promote motherboards as well as they could, so to say. So it's very hard to take down any of those hugely sponsored results. I'm sure you get the idea. So very happy about the score. The CPU was purchased from another rookie user on hwbot. So he has only done air and water cooling overclocking results, if I'm correct. The motherboard was given to me by Solitan from IO Tech forums in Finland, so huge thanks to Soliton once again for helping me out. And the memories are some of my own findings. So any sponsorship doesn't have any impact on this rank 1 score. So I'm damn happy about that. So yeah, so I was close on the top score with just memories on air, but it wasn't enough. So I definitely needed the LN2 on the RAMs to take down the top score by Andre Yang, and there's still a lot more headroom, trust me. So I was actually running like halfway in 32M with 2650, 2660 megahertz, something on the memory, with 6, 10, 6, 21 or 24 on the memory timings. I also tried CAS 5 at close to 2500, but the performance was worse than with CAS 6. I think it needs correct RTL and cache write latency to have the best performance, but 266 something with CAS 6 would be possible, I'm sure, and the result would be even better, like maybe 34 seconds, 33 seconds, don't know, but damn fast anyways. So I'm very happy. So very good thing that I actually saved this particular direct die SF3D Inflection Point pot, as without this pot I wouldn't have been able to take down this top score from Andre Yang. So thanks to Bart's from Poland for helping me out and helping me with modding the container, so now it fits direct die. I used a shim that's meant for like 8th gen Intel CPUs like Coffee Lake, but it did work just fine on the 3770K LGA 1155 for by surprise. So pi fast, I'm only like 0.07 seconds behind Riska. I think that could be possible, but it's very hard. Pi fast is actually harder than 32M on this particular platform. W prime 32 is the last one I would like to get, but it's not possible on this particular chip. So the maximum this can do is something like 6650, 6660 on W prime 32, and I think you need at least 6680, close to 6.7. My previous golden 3770K would be, I'm sure it could do like 6.7 W prime 32, but sadly it's dead. I don't know why, it's just stopped working after an LN2 session, even though I stopped the session with the CPU just alive, so don't know. The only good thing about this particular chip is the first individual core. That's absolutely amazing. It's so good. It can do 32M up to 7.13 gigahertz, and I think even 7.15 could be possible with a lot of attempts and time, so to say. So I might actually return to this CPU and platform later, but now I will just use the last bits of LN2 on something else. So damn happy about the 32M. Damn good thing that I revisited, and now I can put the whole CPU and platform to rest. So now I don't have to think about the 32M. I really wanted to get at least that score during this session, because overall my LN2 weekend hasn't been going that well, so to say. But yeah, so yeah, I will put the link to this particular result in the description box of this video, so go to check that out if you are interested. So just head to hwbot.org and 3770K hardware category. But yeah, so if you like to see these LN2 overclocking results once again, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thanks for watching one of my videos once again, and I will see you on the next one.